Hello everybody, my name is Davis Leaf and you are watching Leaf It on the Cutting Room Floor. Today I will be reviewing Dunkirk. So, Dunkirk is the 10th feature film directed by Christopher Nolan, and I have to say, this is probably his best film. You can still argue 2008's The Dark Knight is better, but with Dunkirk, he doesn't get much better with this film, and I'm going to tell you why. Christopher Nolan truly utilizes the best of his directing abilities with this movie. From the cinematography, the editing, the music, the acting, the special effects that are pretty much all practical, everything in this movie is fantastic. His direction, his storytelling in this movie is just so unique compared to his other ones, and he always has a very unique way of telling his stories, but with this one, it's pretty much non-linear, and exposition is virtually non-existent in this movie. There's very, very little dialogue in the movie, too, and that might not be well liked by a lot of people, but with me, I loved it. I loved the no exposition. You understand what's going on, and you're just thrown into the middle of it. And the main actor in the film, Fionn Whitehead or something, I believe that's what it is, he pretty much tells the entire film through his facial expressions. Throughout the journey, throughout the Dunkirk evacuation story, you can just see the fear and chaos and despair on his face and on every actor's face in this film. Harry Styles, he's a newcomer from the band One Direction. This is his first acting gig, and he does fantastic. And all the other more well-known actors like Cillian Murphy, Kenneth Branagh, Tom Hardy, Mark Rylance, they all have lesser roles, but they all bring something different and unique and their own brand of chaos and despair and fear into the film. And every actor just does a fantastic job in this film, and with very little dialogue, it's even better that they were able to tell the story as well that they did. And Christopher Nolan is probably pretty much to thank for that, because without his direction in this movie, it would not be the same, and I can't think of a better director that could have told this story. And when it comes to the editing, as I said, it's pretty non-linear, so it can throw you off at times, but you really you're really so focused in, and the cinematography helps. The IMAX 70mm just really shows the scale of how insane this whole event was. And for being such an obscure event during the World War II, the Dunkirk evacuation was not well known by a lot of people, including myself, and Nolan just really brings that to life with his direction and his cinematography and everything. And Hans Zimmer, his score, he has done so many great scores with Christopher Nolan in the past, all of them fantastic, and most of his scores in general are great, but his Dunkirk score is something special, and it's so brilliant, and you have to see it and hear it to know exactly what I'm talking about. It's so unique. Everything about the film is unique. Christopher Nolan is such a great director. He has not made a bad film. All of his films are fantastic, but Dunkirk takes the cake on it. I have a special place in my heart for The Dark Knight, but Dunkirk is probably his best film that I have seen, and I am a massive fan of Christopher Nolan, and that's saying a lot coming from me. So I have to say, I love Dunkirk. I think it's the best film I've seen all year, and I think everybody should see it, specifically in IMAX. You can see it in a regular theater, which I did at one point, and it does make a difference with the aspect ratio, but the story is so captivating and so well done that you just don't even really notice. So, everybody should see Dunkirk. I highly recommend it. For everything, my name is Davis Leaf, and you have watched Leaf It on the Cutting Room Floor. I'll see you next time.